Alrighty, my name is Drew Duncan and I'm here with Arpan.
How are you, mate?
Good mate, just want to introduce yourself.
My name is Arpan Sharma. I'm from Melbourne. My business name is Malfa, running for 4 years in hospitality industry.
Okay Arpan, just going to ask you a few questions just regarding your restaurant. What are the main things that you look for when you design a menu?
When you design a menu, you have to look particular which sort of people you are dealing with. What is your surrounding peoples are, what they like, and which sort of business you want to start. That's the main 3 key points for the business to be start. First is you have to focus on the customer needs, what they want the food. Because if, for example, if you are open a business somewhere where is already a 3 steakhouse, is already being in a business, you can't open the 4th one because you are struggling with the business, because the customer always prefer to go to the previous one where they usually go. Even you have a slightly different, but it take a long time to attract the customer towards you. So try all the time something different. Like if they're having the steakhouse, you go with the steaks and pans or something like that. Just like for example, you go for the, if you go around Australia, they have a different sort of steakhouse. If you go to Western Australia, they have the bar and grill junctions, which is very famous in Western Australia. But on the competitor is Domes, because Domes is doing the rest of the other services as well, because their menu is something different. Because they have their entire entrees, then they have their mains, then they have their desserts. Plus in entry you have a varieties of steaks and different sort of other stuff as well. So you have a lot of opportunities to convince your customer to have a food. That's the main first reason you want, when you just focus to open a business, you need to be, must need to be, find out 3 things. What's your customer like? Second thing, where is the best place to establish your infrastructure? Third thing, where is that point is where you get all the stuff, whichever you need for your cooking, for your utensil, for everything is comfortable. And the 4th and very important thing, if you find a place, you must have a parking lots as well. Or nearby parking area, so the people come in the dinner services and they park their cars somewhere so they can enjoy your meal, rather than most of the people, why they does not stop next to the businesses, big businesses, because there is a limited parking spots. That's the lack of business.
Definitely. Always the limitation towards that one. Alrighty. What strategy do you have in place for making sure you hit your target market or your selected people?
Basically, the first thing you have to look before taking any steps towards opening a business, you have to go through a single step. Like you have to at least study for the area where you're opening a business. Whole community, which sort of food they like it. Alright, and your surroundings, your neighbors, which sort of business they're running. The prefer is like when you open a business, when I open a business, unfortunately there is no any Indian restaurants there. But the thing is, there is a Thais and every other restaurant is there. But I have a, because in an Indian restaurant you get a spicy and mild too, but in a Thai cuisine you always go to mild. It doesn't get a spicy stuff. So for me, when I open my business in a particular place, I just work out for the last 7 months to go every single restaurant which is nearby my place. So figure out what sort of the entries or the mains and all the desserts they are provide to the customer. And then I figure out which sort of different ways to convince my customer. The food is the same, but your presentation and your other things are different, so it's help you a lot to strategy before you put your money in or you start some business.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Just wondering, sort of, how many items you've got on your menu, and sort of entrees, mains, desserts.
Eventually, in my menu, I have 7 in entrees, which is including your kids stuffs. Plus on our dessert, like because when say an example, like when the people walk in, just a family walk in with the 2 kids, the kids does not focus on our entry. They does not focus on the food, but the main thing the kids focus on the dessert section,
Yeah.
because kids always go for dessert. So you have to give everything, and the entry, I have a different varieties of snacks and everything. You have to look customer way, which way he want to be convinced.
Yeah.
As he selects some items from the entry, you totally figure out what he wanna eat in a main course.
Yeah.
That's like a mouth of your stomach.
Yeah.
So I have altogether 22 items on my main section,
Okay.
and 7 on my entry, and 8 desserts. Is
Okay.
including your cakes, your chocolates, your
Yeah.
ice creams, different varieties.
Cool. Alrighty, what things do you take into account when you're designing a menu and pricing it as well?
Yeah, when you're designing a menu, the first thing, the most important thing you have to look for the price, the stuff you put on your menus. Just say you putting something on your menu which is cost way over. The customer does not appreciate for that price, right? So you have to like when you're designing some menu for food cost and everything, you have to 3 steps you have to look after. First is your bills, how much time you're spending,
Yeah.
and labor cost. All right. Second thing, the outcomes, and the third thing is presentation. And when you calculate these 3 steps, then you put a 15% top of that.
Yeah.
So the customer should be happy for paying all the money. So that's the 3 main keywords you need for menu planning.
Okay.
Alright, so you have to focus every single thing. You can't, or you are not able, or you are not thinking about one. If you miss one thing, you miss whole lot. You
Yeah.
can't focus a customer, because some customer, just like in my restaurant, I'm doing a traditional way to making a butter chicken. Alright, my dish is for entry. If somebody asks for butter chicken for say entry, I just charge him $17. But when it's cost to be coming into main course, I cost him $34, which is include my labor cost, my food cost, which I'm paying for the buying the stuff,
Yeah.
my spices, the time consumption, everything. Then you just calculate all together,
Yeah.
and then you pay all the money together, and on the top of that 10 to 15% you put extra money on. So that's the 10 to 15% actually is your profit.
Yeah.
Instead of rather than other money is your whole money is like your cost.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. And just how do you succeed with your customer satisfaction and making sure that your customers always leave satisfied?
Yeah, like when somebody come to my restaurant, are always willing to give them a atmosphere which is a home atmosphere,
Yeah.
so they does not feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Always feel comfortable. It make them customer make very happy, and make myself very happy, and it's totally depend upon your waitress or waiters who doing the job for you.
Yeah.
No one business in this industry, in food industry, is running without waitress.
Yeah.
Because if your waitress does not know how to deal with a customer, you can't satisfy your customer. Except food, your
Yeah.
quality, your quantity, and quality is must on the spot.
Yeah.
So you must concentrate on like how much quantity you have to serve a customer,
Yeah.
and how you design your whole item, like decoration and all that stuff. And these few points are, but the main thing is for satisfy your customer is your waitress.
Yeah.
Because most of the customer, they does not have a different cuisines idea, and if you say your waitress does not know what's the main ingredients or what the main thing is,
Yeah.
you can't explain to your customer,
Yeah.
and you lose your money,
Yeah.
and they does not get a taste
Yeah.
from your food. When they have a particular taste, what I suggest when I have my restaurant, I'm working for my restaurant, always go to particular tables,
Yeah.
and ask the customers, is good or that is not good, what do you think about the food, so they give their views. So next time I just put all together, so
Yeah.
make me improve myself.
Yeah.
And another thing, like I put a logbook, like a signature book in the front of the, just like a guest books.
Yeah.
So they pass their comments and make sure you every day read those comments.
Yeah.
So you know which way you're succeeding.
Yeah.
Either somebody say, okay, I paid $35, but it's not worth. You don't know, your waitress does not know. The satisfaction is, you don't know your customer is satisfied or not.
Yeah.
But when you read that book, you think, okay, yeah, I have a certain more things to add up. So it's cost to the customer, so he's satisfied.
Yeah.
Because whenever, if I'm a customer, I go to somewhere and grab something for eat, I look for the quantity.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone look for the quantity. If he paying $50 for a small plate of something, alright, so he look for the $50 worth of food in that.
Yeah.
Not like you paying $50 and you get a small amount of like $10 of food.
Yeah.
The customer does not happy.
Yeah.
Once the customer is not happy, because the food industry is mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
Because you eat somewhere, then you go outside, you talk to somewhere else, and your friend also said, oh yeah, that restaurant is very good.
Yeah.
So eventually you're not advertising,
Yeah.
but you're getting a satisfied customers back.
Yeah.
So you're earning your reputation and earning your money, that's it.
Yeah. Does the same sort of